Hello everyone and welcome to Sinful Gaming. I hope you're all doing well, I hope you're all staying safe, and most of all, I hope you're all fighting that war against the grey. Today's video we're going to talk start collecting Warhammer 40,000, and today we're going to take a look at the combat patrol for the Space Wolves. Now in this video we're going to take a look at all the models inside this box set, talk a little bit about what all these units can do and how these units can be built as well if they do have multiple options, with being multiple different units available or different weapon options and stuff like that. And we're also going to talk about what the units do on the tabletop as well, briefly as well. And then finally, we're going to look at some other units we can use to expand upon this initial force and finish off the video with a little sample armor list of 1,000 points for you to use, hopefully as some inspiration for starting your own Space Wolves force for Warhammer 40,000 10th edition. And so, to start us off, first of all, this box set is led by a Primaris Lieutenant. It's actually a Space Wolves Primaris Lieutenant. The power axe and the head options and all of this are specific to a Space Wolf particular kit, which is really cool. So it gives us a nice, unique model to lead our Space Wolf force. Now, option-wise, we do have, like I said, the Mastercraft power weapon in there. We do have other options where we can use some of the other bits from the other kits we get in here, especially the intercessors with the options on their sergeant can really go a long way to helping us convert up a really cool lieutenant. But the lieutenant in this box set is going to have a couple of abilities. So his tactical precision will give lethal hits to the unit it joins, and target priority, where this unit is eligible to shoot and declare a charge in a turn in which it fell back as well. Now, joining him, we then have 10 intercessors. These are the standard Space Marines of the Primaris Marine line. They have their bolt rifles, so they can have a nice heavy weapon at a decent range. They also can take, for every 5 models in the unit, which we have 10 here, so you can take 2 of them, the Astartes grenade launcher, giving you a little bit of extra armor penetration, or indeed some more horde killing potential. Your intercessor sergeant can have a variety of different melee and pistol weapons, and they've also got a cool rule for objectives secured, where they can effectively tag objectives and keep them in your control until your opponent actually goes and takes them off you, called sticky objectives, normally by a lot of people in the community. Now next we have the Hounds of Mordkai. These are an interesting unit and a Space Wolf specific unit using the Reavers kit. Now, the Reavers are the other option. We'll talk about them in just a sec, but Hounds of Mordkai, they have Scout 6 inch, and you've got Mordkai's Howl. When you're shooting phase, you can select an enemy unit within 12 inch of this unit. If a Lieutenant in Reaver Armor is leading this unit, you can select one within 18 inch if you want. That unit must take a Battleshock test, subtracting 1 if the result is a Psyche unit, and if the test is failed, in addition to being Battleshock, the unit is stunned until your next shooting phase, and while they're stunned, the unit makes a psychic attack, you subtract 1 from the hit roll, so they're actually pretty cool anti-psychers. Now, we do have the Reavers as the other option. These are a really fun unit to bring to the tabletop. Their big thing is going to be the Fearsome Assault, where at the start of the fight phase, each enemy unit with an engagement range has to take a Battleshock test, and Terror Troops is an aura that puts out a -1 to any leadership or Battleshock tests around them as well, so pretty cool to have in addition to their Fearsome Assault. They've also got Scouts 6 inch as well. Lastly, inside this box set, we also get an Invicta Tactical Warsuit, one of my favourite models from the Primaris Space Marine range. Absolutely love this model, I think it's absolutely awesome. Now, its abilities here are, first of all, Scouts 8 inch, but it's got combat support, where if a friendly unit in Phobos armor is attacked within 6 inch of this unit, it can effectively shoot them back, which is pretty cool, so it's able to do some counter play with some of your other units. Now, you do have a couple of different ranged weapon options, from your Incendium Cannon, which is D6 plus 3 shots that ignores cover with Torrent, strength 6 -1 AP damage 1, or you can go the Twin Hail auto cannons as well, which are 3 attacks, twin linked, 3+ to hit, strength 9, -1 AP damage 3. Today's video is brought to you by Gap Games, a fantastic retailer in Australia for a variety of different miniature war games. If you'd like to help support the channel, we have an affiliate link where by clicking on and purchasing, you'll help support the channel, but you'll also help support Gap Games, which is a fantastic servant to the community. And so, where do we go from that initial box set? Space Wolves are lucky that they're probably more than any other specific specialist chapter, they've got the most unique style of units for them. And the first of these is the Thunderwolf Cavalry. These are a really interesting unit. First of all, they're going to bring a ton of melee power with a nice 7 attacks per model, thanks to the heirloom weapon having 4 attacks at 3+ to hit, strength 5, -1 AP damage 1, and then the extra attacks rule on the Crushing Teeth and Claws from their Thunderwolf mounts, giving you the same amount of attacks of 3, but the same profile, only hitting on a 4+ being the only difference there. Now, ability-wise, you've got Ferocious Charge, where each time they make a charge, you can add 1 to the damage of the melee weapons from the unit, which really does power the unit up. Now, you can also take a character called the Wolf Lord on Thunderwolf as well, which I think really does a lot for buffing up the particular unit and giving them some more power. Rites of Battle is really nice, so once per battle round they can have a command point spent on them for a stratagem without it costing anything, so you can effectively refund your stratagem and have it for free. But you've also got the ability to use a stratagem we've already used in that phase with this ability. Speed of the Hunter as well allows you to add 1 to advance and charge rolls for the unit it joins, which of course you can join Thunderwolf cavalry units. Next we have the Space Wolves Venerable Dreadnought, which is an absolutely amazing kit. Now my favourite loadout is the Fenrisian Great Axe and the shield here, which is really cool, but Wisdom of the Ancients Aura is really nice, allowing you to reroll a hit roll of 1 and a wound roll of 1 for friendly Adepts of Studies infantry units within 6 inches of this model each time they make an attack, so really great at buffing your units up as well. But you've got a Blizzard Shield, so 4 up Invon if you want to go with that, and the War Gear options can be a ton of different power in there. Some of your melee weapons are really nice. That Fenrisian Great Axe, a particular favourite of mine for the ability to go for either a strike profile or a sweep profile, enabling it to both target heavy infantry, armour, monsters, and indeed, you know, the hordes of something as well. Now lastly, we have the Wolfen. These are the Cursed Space Marine of the 13th Company. They're really fun. They've got a bunch of different melee weapon options that all sort of combine into either Wolfen Claws and melee weapons or the Wolfen Hammer. These are going to provide you with a relatively similar profile, though when you choose to go the Wolfen Hammer, you do drop a couple of attacks off the profile here, but you will gain the Storm Shield for a 4-up Invon. And then you've got your ability of Death Frenzy, where each time a model is slain in this unit, you roll a dice on a 4+, don't remove it from the unit just straight away. Instead, it'll then get to attack before it's removed from play. And so here we have our sample army list for the Space Wolves. Now we've gone for the Champions of Rust detachment here. This is the Space Wolves special detachment. You can go with the Gladiator Strike Force if you want, but you don't really get any of the cool Space Wolfy sort of theme to it if you do. Now character wise, we've got our Primaris Lieutenant here with Mastercrafted Bolt Rifle and Mastercrafted Power Weapon, all the Mastercrafted stuff goodness. He's got a friend in the forge somewhere. And then we have our Wolf Lord on Thunderwolf, who is going to be our Warlord, and we had 10 points spare, so we've taken the enhancement, the Pelt of Beowulf. It's actually pretty cool because at the start of the fight phase, each enemy unit within engagement range of the bearer has to take a battle shock test. Really cool because he's generally going to be in a low model count unit with a low objective count score, so if you can actually make someone fail a battle shock test and lower their objective count, you can take objectives off them quite easily with him. Relic Shield and Thunderhammer for his weapons though, and then we go into Battle Line. We've got our Intercessor squad here with a Plasma Pistol and Thunderhammer on the Intercessor Sergeant, 2 Intercessors with a Statis Grenade Launcher, and the other Intercessors there filling out the squad. We then have our Hands of Mordecai and a 5-pack of Wolfen as well. Now all the Wolfen have gone for the Stormfrag auto launchers on them, and then the Wolfen pack leader along with 2 others have got the Wolfen Hammers and Storm Shields for some nice defensive ability. Meanwhile, 2 of them will have Wolfen Claws and melee weapons, giving them more attacks. Mounted units leave us with a Thunderwolf Cavalry unit with 3 Thunderwolf Cavalry with heirloom weapons and storm shields, and then we have our Invincible Tactical Warsuit and the Space Wolves Venerable Dreadnought for our vehicles. That Dreadnought there with Fenrisian Great Axe, a Blizzard Shield and a Heavy Flamer on it, totaling us at a perfect 1,000 points. Now, if you've got some ideas on how you would build your Space Wolves force off the initial combat patrol, let us know your thoughts down in the comments below. And so that is the end of the video. Thank you all for watching. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. If you'd like to come chat more with me, we have a Discord server for the channel, and that is linked down in the video's description. Also linked down in the video's description are the best ways to help support the channel. This is either via Patreon or YouTube members using one of our affiliate links and codes down there, like Baron of Dice, Gap Games, or Mithras Games, or by supporting us directly on Patreon or YouTube members. If you'd like to do any of those, we have links for that all in the description, and as a special thank you to our Patrons and YouTube members, we'd like to give them all a shout out. So thank you to our Patreons: Soren, Kenny Lowell, Alder Shot First, Andrew Bowen, Q Dynamic, JJ Austrian, Average Wargamer, Domir, Mark Harvey, James Cater, Benjamin Swallows, Red Martin, Iron Grinch, Colorblind Magic, Grimscold, and Andy C, and our YouTube members: Greenridge Gaming, Ronya, Lock Lorick, The Johnny84, Broken Chef, Ariana Edwards, Revenar, Pink Nico Fire, Robin Mankiller, Monty's Tabletop Terrain, James Tillman, Disco, and John Castle. Lastly, a special thanks to Lady Witchfox Art, who does all the amazing artwork you see on the channel. Once again, everyone, thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment down below. Stay safe, stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the Grey. Ciao for now.